Hello and welcome. In this episode, I would like to go through the process of installing and using one of my favorite Ruby gems, Wikid Now, this is a gem for generating PDFs out of HTML. And now we're going to install it into a Ruby on Rails application and see how it works. So I already have a boilerplate Ruby application where I just have a list of posts. So I can see the list of posts and open a post. And now we're going to install this gem and go through the README step by step. So first we're going to take the gem Wikid and add it to our gem file. So going to the end of the gem file, add in Wikid and also we will need to add this other gem Wikid HTML to PDF binary to be able to do it on our local machine. So we add the second gem and we type bundle. Okay, and next we're going to type Rails generate Wikid So Rails generate Wikid and it created a new initializer. Let's have a look at it. We'll go to initializers, Wikid Here it is. It is just an empty file in which we can add the different configs. Okay, and we also have this MIME type application PDF that we need to register in initializers MIME types. So we're going to do it. I'm going to MIME types, add this. Okay, save. And what do we do next? Let's go to the basic usage. So we have this respond to do different formats. I will go to our post controller and say that we can respond not only to HTML as we can by default, but also to PDF. So I'm going to go to our posts controller, and in our show action, I will say that we can respond to HTML and to PDF. Okay, and let's go to our posts. Okay, I will start the server, Rails S. Now I'm going to our posts and I will open a post and say .pdf. And it says template is missing. Now I think it is something that this README is actually missing. We should also add template option. So I will say PDF file name and template from which we are actually going to generate the PDF is going to be, let's say, posts/show.html.erb. Okay. And you see, it downloaded this file. It downloaded the file because we went to post/to.pdf. It downloaded this file name 1. Let's have a look at it. And you see, we have generated a PDF from our posts show. So we have the title, the content, the links to edit, and back. So it kind of works. And all we did, we had a PDF file name. Basically, here we can have any name. We can have the post ID, for example. So let's say post ID, and we will say add post.id. And we will have it generate the template posts/show. Now, let's go to posts path and actually create a separate link to view the post in PDF or to generate the PDF. Let's go to our posts index. And here we will have another link. It will be link to PDF. It will be post path at post, format, PDF. So let's have a look. You see we have this link to PDF and to show. And if you look at the bottom of my page, you will see that this goes to post/to and this goes to post/to.pdf because we set format PDF. So let's say we'll get the post number 8 in the PDF format. I press the button and you see it downloads a PDF named postid8.pdf. And here we will see the contents of this file. So the title, the content, the links to edit and back. And yes, it is the 8th post, so it kind of works. Okay, now let's say we want to have a separate file from which we are going to generate PDFs. So we will have a file that will not have the edit link and backlink. Now we are generating the PDF from posts/show.html.erb. And let's create a new file. Let's say it will be named post.html.erb. And we will generate the PDF from post.html.erb, like this. I will refresh. Oh yeah, and actually I need to input some content into it. So I will just open the show page. I will add the content without the edit and backlinks. I will add something like PDF generation date, and it will be equals time.zone.now. And we will also add the post ID. Post.id. Okay, and let's see if it works. So again, what are we going to do? We are going to generate the PDF of a post from not the post.show, but from the post's post view, where we don't have the links and we have some additional PDF related data. So I'm going to press PDF, and we are downloading a new PDF file. Let's have a look at it. And you see we have this contents. So we managed to generate a PDF for our post show from another file. And now let's actually try to generate a PDF for the whole list of posts that we have in the application. So let's just go to the post controller, and we're going to add this respond to do format in our index action, like this. So we have the HTML by default, and in PDF we're going to run the posts count, but not post ID, just posts, and it will be at post.count. And the template is going to be post/index.html.erb. Okay, and let's see if it works. I will go to posts.pdf, and you see it downloaded a file. Let's open it. And we have the whole list of posts. So looks kind of nice. We can also add a new link in our posts view to display the posts as PDF, not just one single post as PDF. Let's go to our index page, and here we will add a new link equals link to posts PDF, posts path, format, PDF. Okay, save and refresh, and we have posts PDF. I press the button, and it generates a PDF of all the posts. So this is the basic usage of Wikipdf gem. Now let's keep reading the README for more advanced usage. So we can create a separate layout for our PDF files. At the moment, it inherits from our general application layout, and we can create a separate layout for it. So let's say we will go to our README, we will copy this and create a separate PDF layout in our application. I will go here, new file, pdf.html.erb, add this file, and I will say generate PDF from this file. So we want to use this layout, not the application layout. We can also see it in the settings. So here are all the options for managing our PDFs. We can say layout equals PDF. I will go to our post controller and also say that layout equals PDF, like this. Okay, let's see if it works. I'll go to posts PDF, and let's have a look at what was generated. So yeah, we have the posts, and it doesn't seem really much different from what we had before. But here is something interesting. In our PDF html.erb, we added a link to Wikipdf style sheets link tag. So we can create some style sheets that would be working only with our PDFs. Let's do it. We're going to go to our assets, style sheets, and add a document named pdf.scss. We create this page, and let's add some settings for our PDF. So what are we going to add? We will add something like this. So table, we will add borders to our table and width 100% to our table. Now let's see if our server is running. Yes, it is running. I refresh, And you see it is automatically working for the whole application. Now we don't want this PDF and CSS layout to work for the whole application. That's why we will go to style sheets application CSS and remove required tree so that the other files in the style sheets folder do not go for the whole application. Okay, I refresh and you see the pdf.scss does not work with the application layout. So let's try to generate our PDF once again. And as we are using a separate layout for our PDFs that uses the style sheet link tag for PDF, we should actually have these styles visible only in our PDF. So I open the PDF of our posts, and you see it has this styling. So looks nice. This way we can add specific styling that would work only for our PDFs and make them more beautiful. Okay, and let's go to the next step. Here it actually is. So we can add different advanced options to make our PDF generation more beautiful. For example, we can make page size or orientation or whatever. Let's try adding an orientation. Now, by default, it is portrait. Let's make it landscape. I will go to our posts controller and say orientation landscape. Okay. I will refresh. I will press post.pdf and open the posts, and it should be in a landscape view. So it should be not like this, but like this. And you see, it has updated. We can also make some settings as page size. So let's also try adding page size. Page size, let it be A1. So a really big page. I made it. I saved it. I'm going to post PDF. And let's have a look at this really big PDF now. Okay, and you see it is a really big page now, but all our posts are full width because we set this in our CSS. So looks nice. And actually, you don't have to add all these settings for each of your PDF generations here. You can do it just in the initializer. So let's say I will move some of this logic into the initializer. All our PDFs are going to have a layout PDF, going to have orientation landscape and page size A4. Okay, let it be portrait and A4. Okay, so I'm just going to move these settings into our Wikit PDF config file. As you see, we already have some of them as a prompt here. And I'm going to restart the server because we have edited an initializer, and after editing an initializer, we need to restart the server. So basically, what are the expectations? The expectations are that the file will be a PDF, portrait, and page size will be A4. Okay, and let's download the post PDF once again. And works nice. So there are quite a lot of different settings that you would like possibly to go deeper into based on your use case. And this is how you can use basically the gem. Let's save our changes and then we will go even deeper. So I will go to git status, git add all, git commit main, gem wicked PDF. Okay, and now what else would we like to do? For example, what if we want to add a PDF as an attachment in an email? Well, that's also quite easy if we go to the super advanced usage. Okay, so let's say that we have a mailer to send a PDF of a specific post to a specific user. Let's try creating a mailer. We will go to Rails generate mailer, posts mailer, and it will be a mailer like new post. Okay, and let's go to this mailers folder in our application and go to post mailer. And here we have this new post method. we can actually open it in our preview. Let's go to our Rails server, and in the Rails server, we'll go to /Rails mailers, and here we have our post mailer and new post. Okay, if we open new post, you see it automatically goes from @example.com to @example.org because we set it in our posts mailer. The subject is new post by default, the name of the action, and here is the content that we have in our views. And here we also want to add an attachment, and the attachment should be the first post, for example, or the second post. So we're going to say something like post equals post.first, and also add post equals post.first. And going to Wikit PDF settings, we will want to create a PDF from string. So I will take this setting, and we will say PDF equals Wikit PDF new PDF from string. Now we are not going to use any footer, just like this. So we have our layout. It's going to be just pdf.html.erb, and here we're going to have the template posts / post.html.erb. Okay, and we're going to say that this PDF is going to be the attachment for our mailer. Now, to set an attachment in our mailer, I don't remember how to type it. Here, actually, yeah, I've also written a whole blog post where you'll be able to see all the settings for this video so that you can copy paste easily, and you can also see it in a text format. So here we're going to take attachments equals, and basically with this setting, we are saying that we're going to have an attachment named post and the post id.pdf, and it equals this PDF. So with this Wikit PDF option, we generate a PDF and store it, and we add it to our attachments. Now let's see if this works. I will refresh. And you see in our attachments, we have post1.pdf. Let's say not post first, but post.second. Okay. I will refresh, and we should have post 2, for example. We have post 2. So let's open it. We'll open the PDF. It saves. I open it. And here we have the PDF for the second post. So it works really well. Let's save our changes. I'll go and stop the server, git status, git add all, git commit main, send PDF as attachment. Okay, and also you would definitely want to deploy this to production. Now, there can be quite a lot of issues with deploying to production, but I found a really nice way to make it work with Heroku specifically. So you would first need to add the gem HTML to PDF Heroku in group production, and actually HTML to PDF binary should be in the group development. So we're going to our gem file, and we are replacing this with gem HTML to PDF binary for development and Heroku for production. It is the first step, and second step will be in our Wikit PDF.erb initializer, we're also going to make some changes. So it's going to work slightly differently. Basically, we're going to have Wikit PDF config like this, and inside the merge command, we're going to set all our settings with the layout, orientation, page size, and so on. So now I'll just remove the part that we are not using. And with these settings for Heroku, it should work. So that's basically it. And I'll save the changes, git status, git add all, git commit main, PDF for Heroku. So I hope you liked the video and find it useful, and please comment, like, and subscribe, and have a great day.